Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com. Thank you for joining me today. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe. That is helpful so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video for you guys. Today we are doing a card, just a best wishes card, so it can be used for multiple occasions. I am using our beautiful new vellum, which I've embossed. Hopefully you can see that gorgeousness. And then I'm using one of my favorite suites from the catalog, which is the Artistically inked. So that is this cling set. It's got some fun images here that give nice dimension and texture to any project that you're creating, and I love that it has some nice sentiments in there. These are the dies that coordinate with it, so we're going to be using this big one today on our project. I'm also using our Tasteful Label dies for our sentiment, and then I've embossed our vellum with the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. So let's go ahead and talk about our dimensions. I'll also show you here on the inside. I've just added a basic white layer with a touch more of that designer series paper because it is stunning, absolutely stunning. Okay, so for our base, I'm using a piece of polished pink. This is 4 1/4 by 11. I've scored it at 5 1/2. So let me pick that up. I'm kind of on a pink kick here, so I figured we'd keep it going. I have the basic white layer for the inside is 4 by 5 1/4, and then I've cut a piece of that designer series paper that's a 1/2 inch by 4. We also are going to use another piece of that designer series paper that is 1 1/2 inches by 4. So let me pull that paper out to show you. It is the Expressions in Ink specialty paper. It's absolutely gorgeous if you have not seen this. I've got different chunks here. This is my favorite pattern, but I do love all the gold accent in this paper. I mean, it's just, look at the back. Absolutely stunning. This is a great piece as well. The piece I chose, of course, with the gold is to just accent, since we're using the gold foil on our layer, but it is really, really pretty paper. Oh, which actually reminds me that we are having a designer series paper sale right now, so select papers are 15% off, and you can pick those up in my online store. I just love our paper. I'm also using the vellum. So this is the 2021-2023 in color vellum. It has a shimmer to it already, so that comes in the 5 in color colors, and we of course are using the polished pink. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with embossing. So let me grab my folder and my piece of vellum. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and we are going to grab the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Let's put our beautiful paper in here. I just want it straight. Doesn't really matter where you put it exactly. We have our number 1 plate, our cutting plate, the folder, and then our other cutting plate for our sandwich. So we're going to run that through. Oh, and you can see, look at the gorgeousness. And here's the back, which you could also use. So it gives the back side kind of a whitewash look. So you could use either one on your project. Alright, let's set this aside. Okay, now we can start to assemble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that piece of designer series paper that's 1 1/2. I'm going to add some Seal Plus. Seal Plus is our stronger adhesive, and that's my adhesive of choice. And I'm going to add that to my vellum first. So I just want it a little, not all the way to the bottom, but a little up. And then I'm going to add my adhesive right behind this layer. So sometimes with vellum, like our regular vellum, you can see the adhesive behind it. This one, because we've embossed it, it's really hard to tell. So I'm actually going to just put a little bit of adhesive in the 4 corners, as well as right behind that layer, and that should be enough to hold this on our gorgeous card. Okay, so there you go. Alright, so let's put our inside layer in while we're here. Add the basic white. And I kind of go a little heavy with the adhesive just because I love to make sure it's not going to pop up or come apart. My craft room's a little warm in the summer, so with the humidity and the heat, I just like to add a little extra to make sure nothing comes apart. Alright, so I'm going to add some liquid glue now to this 1/2 inch piece, and I'm going to add that right to the bottom of that layer, like that. Alright, so now I've already pre-die cut that large image in our gold foil. I just ran it through multiple times, so I got a nice cut. I'm going to grab the liquid glue. Oh, I see a little piece that I left in here. Get that out. And then I'm going to put it where I have some larger space. So around the center and some of these bigger pieces. I'm not doing it everywhere because I don't mind that it's kind of a little loose. I think it just adds to kind of the texture of the card. Okay, don't see, oh, it's drying up. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so now I'm going to take that piece and we're going to layer that on to our card here. And I'm going to take our large block and I'm just going to let that sit on there a minute. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss again because we have one more die cut to do, and that is for our label. So I'm using a piece of basic white, and I have this little label out of our Tasteful label dies, and we are going to, whoops, that moved. We're going to run that through. That'll give us a little bit of time for our glue to set up. That is all we need. Okay, so now I have the label. I have the Best Wishes here. I'm going to grab our polished pink ink. I'm just going to make sure my label is straight. And we are going to stamp that. And this is such a fun font. Okay. Alright, so now let's bring back in our card. And I am just going to add the Seal Plus to the back of this too. And I'm going to be heavy because I'm putting it over that gold foil. And that, I just want to make sure it really holds nicely. And I'm just going to put it right here off to the side. And I'll kind of just give that a bit of a press. Okay, and then for our envelope, there is this lovely big image. Let me show it to you this way. And we are going to use that on the flap of our envelope. So I have a piece of scrap paper here. And I'm going to bring that in and we're going to stamp off and kind of just fill up our flap just to finish this off. So I'm going to ink that up. We're going to stamp off and I'm just going to kind of go up to the score line there of the flap. Okay, then I'm going to flip it over this time. And we're just kind of filling it in, kind of making our own little pattern. Okay, and that will complete today's card. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. You can pick up all of the supplies I've used in my online store. If you do have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.